Even in a time of endless political possibilities, women continually face unprecedented levels of barriers and roadblocks that reduce equitable women participation at the governmental decision-making tables. But despite these challenges, women political Amazons are rising.
Women can run for any office, you can win the election, and this is the time for you to stand and fight and go for it.
Women must have the courage to come out there to say, I want to contest elections.
Talk. Say what you want. Say what you don't like. And if you can, get elected and make a difference.
It isn't about ego, fame, or tokenism. It's about women's right to participate, to showcase leadership capacity, and contribute to nation building. Join our march as we strive for gender equity and an increased space for women political inclusion. SHAPE, showcasing her abilities in political engagement.
Hello, this is my best start to get motivated on our SHAPE series.
This is the series you've all been waiting for. SHAPE is brought to you by Youngstars Foundation and supported by the UN Women. On SHAPE, we showcase women and their abilities to participate in politics.
You would definitely agree with us that Nigerian women are doing amazingly well, getting recognition both home and abroad.
From the 6 geopolitical zones, we showcase to you 20 different Amazons as they tussle alongside men in Nigeria's political space. And on today's episode, we're going to be focused on Binta Masi.
We are the bulk votes. Let's come to the to the table and negotiate. If we give you our vote, how many commissioners are we getting? You don't need to shout and start clapping hands. I hate when I see women clapping hands and dancing. I don't appreciate myself with that. But if we can do the clapping and dancing, and the men are on the table negotiating, what stops us from joining into the table to negotiate? And when we do that, then you will now know that even this affirmative action we're talking, we will not do. South Africa did it. I was born over 50 years ago in Kaduna. My parents, especially my father, was a military man. So I was born in the barrack, went to school in the barrack, my primary school, my secondary school, and I got married immediately after my secondary school, sorry. So you could say that I got married at a very tender age of 18, immediately after my secondary school, because my father at that point in time was a little bit skeptical about training or educating the girl child. He believed that the boy should be well educated than girls. But there was this determining spirit in the inside of me. Obviously, I'm from a very poor home, so it wasn't that somebody was born with a silver spoon. And you can say I started very early as a child labor. I could say that because I started hawking bread at a very tender age, trying to help my mom bringing up the younger ones. So I got myself entangled in selling bread at the age of 9 till when I was 17. After writing my mock, and I saw I was making 3 credits out of 8 papers, and I felt that I think it's high time for me now to concentrate on my education. Like I said, when I finished my OND, I started working with the New Nigerian newspaper as an advert officer. And I think in 91, by 96, 97, we had a promotion. the gentlemen that were on the same grade at that point in time was given a double promotion. Acting level 13, acting 16, and was transferred to the Northeastern office. And I, from grade 9, level 7 to 9, step 4. And I asked the question, what was the rationale? Because it's the same work schedule that we do with him. So why the rationale? And I just sarcastically, the manager said, he's a married man now, he has responsibility. I said, am I not married too? And the next said, but you are under somebody now, so you don't have too much responsibility. Who told you I don't have the same responsibility? We sat for the same exam, we passed. We sat for the same interview, we passed. You gave me the same job schedule, which obviously is still on record that I've done well. So, why will you do that? And then they laughed over it, but to me it wasn't a laughable matter. And I kept up asking myself, what is the rationale? Nobody was willing to give me an answer. Unfortunately, the next month I was downgraded from the 9 to 8, step 5, and I said, no, I think I won't take it anymore. My manager is late and I went and met him. He said, no, take a patient. I said, no, if as loud-mouthed as I am can be dealt with, what about those lone voices out there that cannot speak? And I just said, never again. I'm going to go into politics, and I'm going to go to House of Representatives, and I'm going to go for women and children, and that was it. Some women will come into politics, I call it at lastminute.com. When you have the lastminute.com attitude, obviously you will not progress in life. You must have a set target and a plan. If you want to be a member of parliament, where do you want to start? You have to look at the implication first. Can I start as a councillor? Can I start as a House of Assembly member? Can I start as a House of Rep, or can I go to the Senate? So if you have your own plan, a lot of women don't have a plan. I'm so sorry to say it. So planning is very crucial in whatever you do after getting the nod of your family. Anyway, if you now said, maybe in 2023 I want to be a House of Rep member, you have a projection of 5 years. You start doing your underground work to start see how you can build up. But again, a lot of people are shying away from that because of the financial implication. Logistics is what consumes in politics. When people are saying that they are sharing money, that is not what politics is all about. It's logistics. From point A to point B, how much am I going to spend? Then sometimes from that your point B, you come back again to point A to see that you must start from a foundation. And once if you don't get the foundation right, definitely the building you're going to build will crack by the wayside. And again, I will give you another scenario what happened to me in 2007 when I left Kaduna and I went back to Adamawa State. I contested election with the former deputy governor who happens to be the governor, and I came second. Again, the intrigues of that. When he was nominated for the deputy governor, obviously the second person should be the one that will be given the ticket. Before you could say anything now, somebody that was not even in the contest was given the ticket. So they drew my attention and said, look, Binta, there was some ballot papers that were casted in your local government. It was swapped, and they gave me the numbers of those ballot papers from one of the local government, which obviously we had a good reason now to send for a petition, which we did. But then it was in the PDP. Then the chairman of the party, Ahmadu Ali, I've never met him. And he said, who came second in this election? And I said, it is Binta, Honorable Binta. Then why are you bringing this name? Did he contest? He said, no, he said, no. We want women to participate in politics, and this woman has done well. Why do you want to remove her? And he stood his ground. I said, no. She came second, and for the mere fact that she's a woman, he should give her the ticket. And then he assigned the ticket. In 1999, when we finished, in 2003, people started saying, I know Binta is a Christian. But somebody stood up and said, no, forget about religion on this side. Has this woman performed or not? That is the question you should ask. Has she done what is expected of her? She's not a Muslim accepted, but she has taken a lot of people to Mecca. She's not a Muslim accepted, but she has given all those the Islamic schools that reads in the night. She has given them generators. So who is more Muslim than this person? You understand? And the perception is changing. But now people are using all manner of intrigues to see how they can slide you down or malign you.
SHAPE, showcasing her abilities in political engagements.
Host a SHAPE roundtable and film screening. Do you feel strongly about any of the women issues raised in the SHAPE series? Would you like to do something to increase women representation and rights? Would you like to host a SHAPE roundtable and film screening with other females around you? For more information on how to host a SHAPE roundtable and film screening, send an email to shape@youngstarsfoundation.org or call 0703 5535 876.
Welcome back. Binta Masi definitely touched me with her childhood experience.
Oh, yeah?
I mean,
know.
I was inspired on a whole new level. She hugged bread. But look at where she is now. When you look at the glamour and everything,
You don't know the story
exactly
behind.
the story behind it.
Yeah.
But this goes out to show that it doesn't matter where you're coming from. It's all about your dream. It's all about your goal. Once you set to achieve it, my dear, forget the obstacles, forget the hurdles. You are going to achieve it, especially in politics. That's why we have SHAPE.
Definitely. Now, you don't need to have a godfather to be in politics before you can actually get there. All you have to do is aspire to achieve that position, and then it will come to you.
Of course, very interesting, and we can't wait to see more as Binta Masi shares her impact with us and also encourages you out there and also us, to join politics and strive to achieve more.
I said, until the women now come together and say, look, we are the bulk votes. Let's come to the to the table and negotiate. If we give you our vote, how many commissioners are we getting? You don't need to shout and start clapping hands. I said, I hate when I see women clapping hands and dancing. I don't associate myself with that. But if we can do the clapping and dancing, and the men are on the table negotiating, what stops us from joining into the table to negotiate? And when we do that, then you will now know that even this affirmative action we're talking, we will not do. South Africa did it. When apartheid said no, we were in the movement. We were killed. Our children were killed. We suffered whatever you suffered. So we have to go to the table. And that's why you see this training system now is working. The first list for anything, the first 10 names must be women. And if you are a Senate speaker, your deputy must be a female. And if you are the female speaker, the deputy must be a male. So it's an understanding. And until the Nigerian women, the young women, the last time I had a meeting with trying to talk with the undergraduates, that's organized by the British Embassy. And all the girls came in and said, how many of you have your voters card? I was shocked to know. Not up to 10% of those girls have their voters card. So what are you going to say? And somebody say, no, I won't stay in the sun. It's a sacrifice we are making to better your tomorrow. The first thing that I did, which obviously it's one of those yardsticks that is being measured in most of this constituency or senatorial zone, is on this issue of constituency projects and empowerment of the youth and women. That on those are the two milestones that I said I raised my shoulder high to say yes, I started it and it has gone beyond my expectation. But Let me give you an instance that happened when I celebrated my 50th. We were trying to say, what do we do outside the usual? And we then looked at, yes, I'm from a zone that was ravaged by the Boko Haram. So I have more of widows and more of orphans. And why don't you have an effect in the lives of this one? So what do we do? I said, no, 500. I said, no, let's kick it to 1,000. And not only giving them funds, but try to give them something that tomorrow it can change their lives. It has never happened. I think that is the first again. And when we use this widow, 1,000 widow, and when I say, okay, what do we do? Let's go into animal husbandry. Let's get 2 goats, a she, and 1 he goat. And we now say, okay, let's do a raffle ticket. And when they got a starter pack of 10,000 naira, some got animals, some got sewing machine. The effect is to me, that is the joy that I have. Binta Masi Garba, Senator representing Adamawa North Senatorial Zone of Adamawa State. Women can run for any office. You can win the election, and this is the time for you to stand and fight and go for it, and definitely will win the election by the special grace of God.
Host a SHAPE roundtable and film screening. Do you feel strongly about any of the women issues raised in the SHAPE series? Would you like to do something to increase women representation and rights? Would you like to host a SHAPE roundtable and film screening with other females around you? For more information on how to host a SHAPE roundtable and film screening, send an email to shape@youngstarsfoundation.org or call 0703 5535 876.
And it's a wrap. It's been a wonderful journey. It's been an insightful journey. It's been an inspiring one. And Binta Masi had to cap it up with just the humble background. I mean, with a humble background, the most inspiring words. I hail you.
Really, we do. Now, I've been inspired over time from looking at the beginning, looking at where we've been coming from, and then at this point, the 20 stories of these 20 political Amazons that we've listened to. And I'm telling you that since the journey, I'm not just the same person that you're seeing. I'm someone that, very soon, you never can tell who I'll be representing. Really, I'm serious. I'm very serious, and I'm sure you've actually been inspired. Now, don't just look at it as, oh yes, we're ending, but we would still love to get more feedback. How these stories have actually inspired you over time, what it has made you do, the things that you thought you can actually not accomplish, but then you've accomplished over time. We would love to hear your feedback. So all you have to do is follow us on all our social media pages, and then we will definitely be open to you. Many thanks to you and women for this opportunity to be able to showcase these women's stories and also inspire young ladies out there to do more for themselves.
It's been a wonderful journey with you all, and I hope you have enjoyed it just as much as we have.
Remember, this is SHAPE, showcasing her abilities in political engagement.